Ragazzi, ciao a tutti e bentornati in una nuova serie with The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. È un gioco un po' vecchio, un po' datato, però tra un po' dovrebbe uscire il quarto se non sbaglio, quindi ho detto perché non portare una serie su di esso. Adesso noi ci diamo direttamente in gioco.
I see you gather before me. Hungry, terrified, clutching your babes to your breast. Emperor Emir has marched his legions into our lands, laid siege to every fortress from here to the Blue Mountains. Rabid and ravenous, he bites and bites away. Men of the North, you stand at the precipice. Your kings have failed you, so now you turn to the gods. And yet you do not plead. You do not kneel to dust your heads with ash. Instead you wail, why have the gods forsaken us? We must look into the trials we failed long ago. In a time past, our world intertwined with another through an upheaval scholars call the conjunction of the spheres. The gods allowed unholy forces to slip into our domain. The offspring of that cataclysm was the nefarious force called magic. Yet we did not banish it, instead studying the vile arcane for our own power and wealth. And the monsters at our door, the unholy relics of this conjunction. The trolls, the corpse eaters, the werewolves. Did we raise our swords against them? Or have we laid this burden on others? On so-called witches. Stray children taught the ways of foul sorcery, their bodies mutated through blasphemous ritual. Sent to fight monsters, though they could not distinguish good from evil. The flicker of humanity, long extinguished within them. Yes, their numbers have dwindled through the years. But a few still roam our lands, offering their bloody work for coin. To this day, they shame us with their very existence. The North bleeds, flogged by war. The battles are the gods' whip, chastisement for our sins. And let us not forget the terrors, the scourges from beyond our world. The wild hunt rides the sky with every full moon. The Dark Raiders abduct our children into lands unknown. Some say they herald a second conjunction. Can we chart a course back into the light? Will we find the strength to banish the mages from our kingdoms? Unite around the warmth of the eternal fire. Nigh is the time of the sword and axe. None will fight this war in our stead. Nigh is the time of madness and disdain.
Ok, ragazzi. Questo è il nostro caro Geralt di Rivia. Witcher. Nonna. Sto già morendo prima che iniziare a giocare. Azz. Che cosa ci... Geralt, io fare un po' di attenzione, poi. E come ti pare?
You know I don't find that amusing.
It wasn't meant to amuse, but to prod you to hurry. It's midday already. You promised Ciri you'd train with her. Go before Vesemir bores her to death with those etchings.
Guardate le cicatrici che sono anche, diciamo, un vanto, secondo me, di un Witcher. Le cicatrici di un Witcher sono le tante battaglie che ha combattuto.
Later then.
See you later.
Ok, ragazzi, iniziamo a muoverci. Sensi di Witcher trovi...
You're running out of juice.
I know. You might
Grazie.
bring me some more once you're done training.
Zitta, Yennefer. Mi serve la chiave a me. Immagino sia... Eccola qua. Bene. Sto andando dalla parte giusta? Secondo me... No. Ma lo scopriremo. Ah, si scende più di sotto. C'è che scritto. Che scemo. Non puoi farlo qui. Cosa? Non ho prevuto niente.
Old Witcher's fast asleep. Ciri's disappeared somewhere, of course.
Vesemir, il maestro di Geralt. Bel vecchietto. Un vecchio addormentato. Altra piccola chicca. Se non sbaglio, i Witcher dovrebbero essere sterili. Dovuto appunto dalla mutazione che hanno ricevuto.
Practiced a theory.
What?
Time to wake up, Master. These lessons so boring they put you to sleep too.
Damn it. After taking notes on ghouls and owl ghouls, wanted to rest my eyes a bit.
Making her slog through that brick? No wonder she took off.
John of Bruges lacks flair, true, but he's reliable. Not like the hogwash they print nowadays. She's tackling the pendulums, right? How many times do I have to tell her? Don't train alone. It only embeds your errors. Bring our young damsel to the lower courtyard. She wants to practice, she'll get to practice.
Non essere troppo arrabbiato con lei.
Don't get mad at her.
Why the hell not? The whippersnapper refuses to do as she's told.
You like that about her.
Fine. I suppose I'm partly to blame. But this has to end. Now. Killing monsters is not something to be taken lightly. Ciri must understand that, if she's to become one of us. I'll see you below.
Wrong. Now I see why you were so eager to practice. Strike. You're not in this circus. Pirouette. Wrong. Footwork.
Ragazzi, io se faccio una roba del genere,
Enough. Get
il
down.
giorno dopo non mi alzo più.
With a
Devono
flick?
chiamare l'ambulanza.
What do you think? All right. Take off the blindfold. You've got work to do. Your reflexes are still slow.
Maybe for a witcher.
Think drowners or striggers will go easy on you because you haven't undergone the mutations? Though in your shoes, I'd fear Vesemir more than any strigger. Disobeying his instructions? Unwise.
Well, yes, but that book was horribly dull.
I know. And you know that's no excuse.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
Me lo auguro, va.
Better not. Vesemir said if it does, he'll make you eat a bowl of slugs covered in salt.
You!
Exactly. So you'd best behave. Come on. We'll practice with the others down below.
Shall we run the walls?
Ma per carità, il tutorial l'ho già fatto
Not this
800
time.
volte.
Believe me, you don't want to keep Vesemir waiting.
E le chiappine, su. Mamma che cicatrice c'hai tu in faccia. Povero Cristo.
Anything to say for yourself, young lady?
I'm very sorry, Uncle Vesemir.
Young blood craves action, I understand that. But when you fight a beast, knowledge counts as much as your silver sword. At the very least, you ought to be able to tell a ghoul from an owl ghoul.
By markings, like unto the Panthera tigris that in Zerrikania dwells, and by the sickly paleness of its visage.
Cazzo, Vesemir, t'ha fregato.
So you did read the chapter. Still, you should have asked if...
But you were asleep, Uncle Vesemir.
Lascia stai buona, va. Se Vesemir si cazzo
A
t'ammazza
witcher
di
must know
botte.
how to trick his opponent. You said so yourself.
Però questo qui è troppo furba sta
Might
boccia.
have. But don't use my words of wisdom on Vesemir, got it? That's playing with fire.
Fine, we've talked enough. Geralt, you're with me, Lambert with Eskel, Ciri with the dummy.
Again?
Stop groaning and grab a sword.
Quindi dobbiamo dare le botte al vecchio.
What do you think? Should we start by reviewing the fundamentals or go right to free training?
Devo fare? Ah, no, salta sta roba.
Let's skip straight to free training.
Interessa.
No point going over the basics again.
Fai vedere che sono rimasto. Sono arrugginito da 20 anni e non mi ricordo più niente.
Whoa! You really showed him, kid.
Ciri, get down here.
Sì, valla a riprendere mo, Geralt, quello lì non ti ascolta
Little
manco se la paghi.
she-devil. Soon as she's back, we'll set her to polishing all the swords at Kaer Morhen.
Find that helmet?
Sicuro. Sarà scappata fuori, se ne sarà sbattuta altamente dell'elmetto. Oh no.
I'll make sure to find every last blade for you.
Che c'è, Geralt? Ma,
What the?
appunto. C'è un corpo dentro a giudicare. Oh santa.
Vesemir.
Credo si tratti di un incubo. Credo. Non lo so.
I've long awaited this, and you, White Wolf.
No.
Oh. Eh sì, era un incubo.
You all right?
Had a nightmare.
About?
Take forever to explain.
Dawn's some way off. We've got time.
E vabbè, raccontiamoglielo, dai. Il buon Vesemir.
Started in the guest room at Kaer Morhen. I was relaxing in the tub, and next to me,
Triss?
Yennefer. Funny, isn't it? She's never been there. Seemed so real in my dream, though.
Was she nagging you about something? True to life, indeed. We'll find her.
Dai, andiamo avanti.
In the dream, I went and found Ciri. Then we trained.
Those were the days. Little she-devil. I've trained kids who were faster, stronger, but none had her character. Didn't end well, did it? Your dream?
No. A wild hunt appeared, attacked Ciri. I couldn't move, stood there like a stump.
It was just a dream.
Speriamo, caro mio vecchio Vesemir. Andiamocene, va?
Be dawning soon. Time to go.
E che cazzo? Là
Wait.
dietro? Sì.
Show me the letter from Yennefer. Might have overlooked some hint in there.
Didn't overlook anything. We were meant to meet in Willoughby. That's what she wrote. Meanwhile, one army or another burned the village to the ground. All we can do is follow her trail, so...
Stop talking for a minute and give me the letter.
Oh, scusa. Scusi, monsieur.
How about that? It does smell of lilac and gooseberries.
You were gonna read it, not sniff it.
We must meet soon. Willoughby near Vizima. Nothing else to guide us there. What's this postscript? I still have the unicorn?
Diciamo che non dobbiamo dire tutto proprio Vesemir
Very private.
a vedere quello che dice
I
Geralt.
understand. At least I think I do. Maybe not entirely, but perhaps that's for the best.
Back on topic. How's it look? How far behind Yennefer are we?
2 or 3 days. Trail's fresh, but it looks like it leads towards the main road. Could be muddled there. Wait, hear that?
Che?
I smell it. Ghouls.
Azza. Vieni qua. Iniziamo a darle le botte. Ai culo. Oh, stia fermo, messere. Dai, ultimo colpo. Arrivederci. Dai, Vesemir, ce la puoi fare. Ok, dai, Vesemir. Bravo. Gli lanciamo un segno.
How long you gonna make me wait?
Dai, lanciamogli il segno Igni che dovrebbe dargli fuoco se non sbaglio. Glielo lanciamo o no? Geralt. Geralt. Non glielo lanciamo. Ah, ce l'abbiamo fatta. Posto.
Of course, when armies pass, necrophages follow. Let's go before any more show up.
Sangue di culo, artiglio di mostro. Piglia, piglia, si può sempre servire. Abbiamo la nostra Rutilia.
Ever tell you
Oh,
about the
roach.
sorcerer I knew? Couldn't
In inglese. Calma, Rutilia, calma. Calma.
Because you can brew potions
Calma.
from their blood?
No, because Because by eating rotting corpses, they prevent epidemics.
Dai,
Did
dai.
you know they eat the living as
Forza.
No.
Vesemir.
It upset him too. His theory.
Urca, ho sbagliato. Ho leggermente sbagliato. Calma. No, Ottilia, calma. Ho leggermente sbagliato,
Come
sì.
on, Roach.
Dai. Andiamo a Vesemir oppure devo aspettare che... Non sbaglio? Ma no, forse è Red Dead Redemption. Vabbè, mi ricordo più un cazzo, ragazzi miei.
We have a side.
the northern realm.
Dove in pratica
Radovic's realms, don't you mean?
tu mentre trottavi e premevi insieme al trotto la X o la A, a seconda di quello che usate,
Gotta believe something.
faceva tipo faticare meno il cavallo. Ecco. Mi veniva in mente il
We
coso.
going? Help me! Help!
C'è qualcuno che ha bisogno Oh, sì, beh. Il cavallo ormai è lì che è un po' tararicom si com sa. È una viverna? A giudicare? Sembrerebbe una viverna. E voilà, e il vecchio ce lo siamo giocati. Ah, nulla di che.
Has it gone?
Yeah. Come out.
Mamma mia. Che caschetto, ragazzo. Bello come il sole.
Gods, that was close. I was sure I'd end up like my mare.
Provided you got lucky.
Your horse died quickly, but griffins like to toy with their prey. Eat it alive.
Era un grifone, mi sono sbagliato. Ragazzi, non rompiamo le palle, già, sento già. Sento già gente che mi spacca le palle.
You'd like a reward, I suppose.
Beh, ci
Always
manca
use a few
solo.
crowns.
Vedi tu.
Thing is, I've a meager purse at the moment. Nilfgaardians requisitioned my goods. Now this. Here.
Grazie.
Back to the trail.
Like I said, leads to the main road and ends there, muddled.
You seek someone?
Sì. Una donna.
Yes, a woman. Medium height, long black hair. Seen anyone like that?
No. But there's an inn here in White Orchard. Sole one around. Gets its share of travelers. Perhaps you'll learn something there?
Not a bad idea. Especially since that wound needs cleaning.
Ah, beast barely grazed me. But sure, could use a good rye. Nice and cool, you know, straight from a cellar.
Let's go.
Boh. Andiamo Roach. Quindi era un grifone. Adesso sento già gli esperti e mi dicono: ah, hai sbagliato.
Faster.
Pezzo di cazzo.
What? Take that down before there's trouble.
That is a coat of arms, the Temerian lilies. They've a right to hang there.
This ain't Temeria no more, old man. It's Nilfgaard now.
My arse it is.
Witches.
Oh, mi sa che voi vi dobbiamo tirare un cazzotto in mezzo ai denti a guardarvi, eh.
I'll not drink with Weaverlaw's freaks.
Beg your pardon for those thugs.
No need. We're used to it.
Folk are jumpy round here. Armies just passed through. Now a griffin's prowling about.
Already had the pleasure. One mean beast.
Mean? Light way for a hunter to put it. Clawed Lena so bad, poor thing's 1 foot in the grave. But there's no good to wallow in misfortune. How can I be of service?
Birra.
With a drop of vodka.
Ok, no.
me?
And you? Something to wet your tongue?
Da qua non c'era la birra, vaffanculo. Dimmi che cosa vuoi.
Looking for a woman. Raven-haired, violet eyes, dresses in black and white. Riding in from Willoughby. And, strange as it sounds, lilac and gooseberries might have smelled that.
I've not seen nor smelt such a lady. Believe I'd remember.
Yeah, especially hard to forget this one.
Ricettina da Geralt.
Out, though. Folk from all over. Might be worth your while to ask after her.
Va bene. Messere.
Looking for a woman. Not like everyone. And not just any woman. Mine smells of lilac and gooseberries, dresses in black and white.
2 schnapsies. It'll lift your spirits.
Non mi va proprio di belle, ma...
That'll lift my spirits.
You look haggard. It's just a few drops to improve your mood. A little schnapsies never hurt a soul.
Can we cut to the chase? You seen her or not?
Yennefer of Vengerberg.
Proprio lei. Abbiamo
Never mentioned her name.
Yet you described her perfectly. And once I hear something, I never forget. Can't help it.
Come fai a conoscerla?
How do you know Yennefer?
What a question. Master Dandelion's ballads, of course. The only way a humble merchant might hope to rub up against greatness. Unless, that is, he's as lucky as I am.
And runs into a very patient witcher.
Into Geralt of Rivia himself. The Butcher of Blaviken.
Proprio io. Dov'è Yennefer? Grazie.
Yennefer?
Deepest apologies, but I must ask. Is this about love?
Oddio. Sì, sì. Dai.
Guessed it. It's love.
I knew it at once.
Bene, ora che ti ho...
What do you know? Tell me.
Before you appeared, it never occurred to me that might have been Yennefer. Who would have thought?
Get to the point.
An Nilfgaardian scout from the local garrison saw her.
Where?
At their camp. She rode in there. Dark of night. Black and white. Gooseberries and... Yes, I know. Had a terse exchange with the garrison commander and raced off.
Where to?
I'm not omniscient. Ask at the garrison.
Thanks.
We men of the road must stick together. Perhaps one day I'll be in trouble and you'll be nearby to help.
Bene ragazzi, io penso che per oggi sia tutto. Noi ci vediamo alla prossima puntata. Ciao ciao a tutti.